And now
there we
you're
go.
going to play one of my all-time favorite songs.
Now. Ingrid Moore.
Yes?
We have such a special relationship, it's not enough just to play the song. I promised you I'd have a big surprise. Now, you thought there were two things. I was going to play the song.
I thought maybe you were going to play that and Can't We Try? Like back-to-back Dan
and
Hill.
have another surprise. It's not good enough. Not when we can have the man on the show. Please welcome Dan Hill on the phone, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I love it. Perfect morning.
There it is.
If this is not Dan Hill and you're punking me, Philbin, you are going down.
I'm pretty sure it's Dan Hill.
I get this all the time. People always say, you're not Dan Hill. And then I'm going, well, then they say, prove it. I'm going, well, what do I have to do to prove I'm Dan Hill?
I'll sing the Vonda Shepard part. You sing your part.
Okay, that sounds good.
No, you don't want that. Dan, thank you very much for taking some time to join us this morning. We appreciate it. She's a huge fan, and when I was making fun of her last week for not giving her everything she wanted, I thought, well, I'm going to have to make it up to her, and this was the best way I could, I thought.
This is such a thrill for me to chat with you because I have loved your songs for forever, and I'm sure you hear that a lot. Your songs are touch tones for points in our life. Like sometimes when we touch, always brings back really good memories for me, and I love to sing it loud and off key whenever I hear it.
Well, that really, really does mean a lot to me. Because when you're lost in your own little creative bubble, you kind of forget, that there's a world out there that might be, reaction to your songs or your stories. So it really is wonderful for me to hear because I just forget about that all the time because I'm just too busy writing. I believe that creativity for me is a way of life. It's my journey. It's what I'm here to do. I don't think of it as special per se. It's just what I do. And so like the greatest songwriters and novelists in the world, not that I claim to be one of those, they just get up every day and they write because that's what they do.
That's what they do.
What are some of the songs you've written that maybe we didn't know you had written and they have become top hits as well?
Well, I Do Cherish You was a #1 country hit for Mark Wills and a #3 pop hit for 98 Degrees.
Oh, yeah.
I Promise You was a big hit for the Backstreet Boys. Seduce Me was a huge song for Celine Dion, which won me the Grammy for when she won Album of the Year on Falling Into You. Let me see now. I've written songs for Alan Jackson. I've written songs on my new intimate CD, a song called Back Before the War for Reba McEntire. African Skies was on a jazz album that won Juno for Jazz Album of the Year. So I'm kind of all over the map, and that's why I wanted to put out my new intimate CD, was to show people hit songs I've written that people don't realize that I was the guy that wrote them, right?
Now, on your intimate CD, you kind of scale back, and you do like an acoustic version of Sometimes When We Touch as well.
Yeah, I wanted to because Donny Osmond released Sometimes as a single, and as a prank, the New York Z100 had me call up when he debuted the song to pretend I was just a normal fan. And I called up and said, I really like the way you do that Sometimes When We Touch song. He says, yeah, everyone tells me I did it way better than Dan Hill.
Oh, no.
Donny Osmond tells me this right on the radio. So I said, you know what? I'm going to re-record the song just to teach him a lesson.
That's right.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because that song has been covered by, countless people. I know there's the Rod Stewart version, and I heard the Donny Osmond, and he is so off the
He's
charts.
no Dan Hill, I'll tell you that.
That one.
Well, no, I love Donny Osmond.
Exactly. But it's not better than the original, I guess, because the original always has that place in your heart. And so are you flattered when people redo your song?
Yes. I especially liked it when Tina Turner redid it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's such a, I'm such a huge fan of Tina Turner. And she told me, she said, well, I heard the song right after I broke up with Ike. And it just really spoke to me. I'm going, oh, my God. Tina Turner's telling me this? Can someone pinch me?
That is.
Well, let me just say, because we play tons of music, and I've been in radio for 25 years, when you get a song whose opening line is, you ask me if I love you, and I choke on my reply, that's not somebody's first take at writing a song. That's writing. Like, that's so good. That sets up the whole song.
Yeah.
And that's great stuff.
So your new album, Intimate, in stores right now, and I will definitely be getting that one.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for joining us this morning, Dan Hill.
Absolutely, my pleasure.